is Christine Campbell, and I am here with two of my very good friends. We are doing our latest Crush on This episode. Christine Campbell, Girls Go Grape, and who do I have to my left, right on the screen?
Cindy Reining from Grape Experiences.
Allison Levine from Please the Palate.
Yay! We are all very excited because we are doing our first episode on the very sensuous, velvety, lovely grape called Merlot. Hails from the Bordeaux region of France and can be grown in both warm and cool climates. Saint-Emilion and Pomerol are two very, very high-end, super chichi regions on the right bank of Bordeaux. And then it's also really, really beautiful expressions come out of Napa Valley, Chile, Australia, Washington State, specifically Yakima and Walla Walla. It is a child of Cabernet Franc and a very obscure, unknown kind of grape called Magdalene Noir des Chartres. And I totally mispronounced that, and I don't care. It's often a blending partner with Cabernet Sauvignon. And the name Merlot roughly translates to little blackbird. And I believe that it came from the look of the grape or the little birds that are pecking at the grapes and eating them. We might know that Merlot suffered kind of a bit of pushback in the 1990s, if I'm going to be polite. And that pushback was then talked about even more in that movie Sideways. However, I love Merlot, and I think it's time that we, the three of us, all of us, can make Merlot great again. What do you think, ladies?
Doing my best, Christine.
I think only a Canadian can say that.
So I'd love to know, Allie, what you've got in your glass, girl.
So I actually didn't go to any of the regions you mentioned. I went to Italy. So, you know, Tuscany is known for Sangiovese, of course, but if you go into Bolgheri, by the coast, Maremma, that's where the Super Tuscans come out. And what made those Super Tuscans? It was the addition of Cabernet and Merlot into the wine blends. And so you've heard of Ornellaia, Ornellaia, just a small little brand, kind of they're one of the major producers they're one of the big brands of Super Tuscan wines. Really beautiful, incredible wines. And this is Le Volte de Ornellaia. It's a 2017. And this wine is 67% Merlot. It is 20% Cabernet and 13% Sangiovese. So there's a little bit of the Italian in there. But I chose this because it is predominantly Merlot. And so I thought it qualified as a Merlot.
I will let you go. I will give it a pass. Yes.
Okay. So, what's great is this is, I always think it's very common to think of these wines as maybe like higher in alcohol or bigger wines. And this wine only comes in at 13.5% alcohol. It's got really pretty fruit notes, black fruits and dark fruits. And, I get that kind of a little bit of chocolate. And what I love about Merlot is it has a really silky quality to it. And that's what kind of comes through on this wine is that there's some really nice soft tannins in there, but there's this kind of silkiness. I think I heard someone once say it's like a cat in silk pajamas or something like that, or some description to that effect. And I would say that this is one of those wines, like, give me a cool evening and a nice meal or some cheese and a nice fireplace, and I'd feel nice and warm with this glass in my hands.
Cool. Allie, it sounds like you've found a winner, and now I want to know if Cindy did too.
Well, I really did, and a lot of people think that maybe I did too, because it's from the Columbia Valley AVA in Eastern Washington. A little bit touches in on Oregon too, but it was established in 1984, and it is vineyards represent 99%, believe it or not, of the Washington wine country. So, I mean, the only region that's even, it's just a touch bigger than Napa Valley. So that it's huge. It really is huge. There are 12 other AVAs within it. Rainfall is scant. In fact, it is almost as dry as the Gobi Desert. So this is pretty, I know, I was pretty shocked about that too. And given that, and then, you know, irrigation is from the snowmelt from the Cascade Mountains. Given that, I chose a North Star 2016 Merlot from the Columbia Valley. It's $41, and I'll tell you, it's worth every single penny because this is a premium wine from premium vineyards. I love it's 76% Merlot, the rest is Cabernet, from selected vineyards around Columbia Valley AVA. So it's not just one particular vineyard. Bright notes of plums, cherries, chocolate, mint, cedar. I mean, honestly, it has it all. And this is what I love about Merlot, to be honest with you. There are different styles. There's some that are more bold. There's some that are more fruit forward. This is my favorite. It's very food friendly. You can drink it by itself.
Which she's doing.
Or which I'm doing, clearly. And you can drink it with food, which I'll probably have for dinner tonight. So it's grilled vegetables, leg of lamb. This is just a lovely, lovely wine. So check out Columbia Valley AVA the next time you're in the store and see what they have to offer. This is great.
That sounds delicious. Yay for both of you.
And Christine, you know, you mentioned Sideways.
I did.
Well, the last wine the wine he talks about, what that last wine in the movie he has with a hamburger is, right?
Isn't it a Merlot?
Mm-hmm. The irony of the whole movie.
Of course. Boom, boom. We spoiled it for you if you haven't watched the movie. There you go.
Where's Rex Pickett when we need him now?
Me and my drumming. So, you know, shocking. I stayed in British Columbia for my beautiful Merlot. We do so many great varieties here, but Merlot is the most planted red grape. And I have 100% Merlot in my bottle.
Oh.
We've worked our way up in
Yes.
percentages.
Yeah.
So this is Township 7, 2018 Merlot. It's BC VQA, Okanagan Valley, sourced from 2 different vineyards, one in Oliver and one in Naramata, 2 of my happy places in the interior. What I love about this wine, other than, you know, the wonderful tasting notes that both Cindy and Allie have spoken to, is that for me, Merlot is lush. And that luxury, lusciousness comes out in this gorgeous 100% BC Merlot. Like, well done. Made by Mary McDermott, who is the female, lovely, talented winemaker of Township 7. And she came to the Okanagan Valley from Ontario. And, you know, they just celebrated their 20th anniversary this year, which I love. I love that they're just doing things well, and they are increasingly getting better and better and better. And there's 2 locations, one in the Fraser Valley and one up in the Naramata Bench. So it's perfect, you know, again, luscious plums, chocolate, mocha, almost a whipped mocha on the end. Just gorgeous.
Wow.
So I think we all picked winners, and I think that we could all be ambassadors to bring Merlot back even more, because it deserves it, in my opinion. It deserves it.
I
What do
agree.
you think?
I agree.
I agree. I'm in.
Well, cheers, ladies, and thank you all for watching our Merlot episode. We'd love to hear what you love the best about Merlot in the comments. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow us on all the socials, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.